So, the new version of Undisputed aired today. Point one. Lil Wayne really don't miss when it comes to hits. That man created a whole nother intro song, and it hit just as good as the last intro song. Claps for Lil Wayne on that. As far as the setup that they have that goes, like the kind of old format that they had for Cold Pizza and like the new format that they have for First Take, Stephen A versus the World. You got Skip Bayless versus the World. First of all, if I'm retired NBA players, I would be highly pissed that you keep having these NFL players that can talk about basketball, but you don't have any. You have a small amount, a minutia of retired NBA players who's allowed to talk football. Granted, it's like football is a more strategic sport, but it's kind of like if you're gonna keep allowing these ex-football players, especially the ones who know like basic level of NBA knowledge, have basic level of NBA knowledge, they continue to talk about basketball. I would start asking for a raise, or I would start asking for like more airtime on these NFL topics. It would only be right. But as far as the show went, the show today was a mess. Like Shannon Sharp's point was proven. He said it once before on the show. He said, "We come out here and talk about topics you bring up on your Twitter. You want to talk about my Twitter followers. We come out here and discuss topics that you brought on your Twitter." And it shows because it's the same old talking points that Skip was using with Shannon. The LeBron topic, which is like, bro, this NBA season ain't even close to starting yet. And y'all already bringing up LeBron. It's like, dude, come on. In the 21st season, that was one of the first topics. The Cowboys, of course. And then it's like now he's on the Aaron Rodgers bandwagon, which is like kind of a mind game because he's building Aaron Rodgers up just so he could take him down. Because if Aaron Rodgers don't do what he says he's going to do, he's going to say he's always been a choker. He does never show up. They overhyping the Cowboys once again. They're gonna talk about them every week. But as far as the show, Skip was relegated to a moderator pretty much. He just had to sit in the background and watch them three fools yell at each other about the Cowboys and about the other football topics. It's it's looking like it's gonna be a mess. It really is. The chemistry like it's a little bit off. Skip don't have any idea what to do. His hands are tied because what happened with Shannon. He don't want to get called a diva and like he can't work with anybody. So he was just sitting there looking awkward, waiting on everybody to finish talking and just shaking his head, yeah, on most of the topics. Sometimes he'd chime in. And it was Michael Irvin looking like a doped out preacher for the majority of the segment, standing up, screaming and yelling. Richard Sherman, he was good on the football topics, but the basketball topic was bleh. Same thing with Keyshawn. Keyshawn, even on like ESPN when we had a radio show with Max and with Jay Williams. When he had the show with Max and Jay Williams, it was the same thing. He had like bleh, like bland topics on the basketball arguments. But all in all, it might have good ratings for a little while until they like get the bugs worked out. It might survive, but it's not looking like it. It's looking like ESPN might blow them out the water because Shannon can talk that talk even when it comes to basketball. When it comes to basketball, Shannon knows how to talk that talk. Besides the LeBron topics, he fanboys out, but ESPN looking like it might knock Undisputed out the